Hey, what's up?
Are you on my left or on my right? I don't know. You're on my left right now.
Yeah, you were looking at the right direction on my screen.
You were looking at the wrong direction on my screen.
Well, from my angle, I'm looking at the right direction.
Uh,
Anyways, whatever. We're back. My Hero Academia time to talk. Traitor talk.
yes, I still can't believe it. And yes, I was wrong. I was wrong on both of my predictions. But yeah, last last review.
Who did you say? Oh, you said the right. You said the principal was Principal Nezu was gonna be the traitor.
And Gran Torino.
I don't know why you said Gran Torino when he's literally in the fucking hospital right now.
Oh, I mean, keep in mind that we just found out that the traitor went way back, way back. So
I guess, but did he really? He would have had to know where the.
okay. The point is, I like I said, those were just like predictions that I'm making that would have surprised me if it was actually him.
Anyways, the traitor reveal has happened, and yes, I'm wearing snow goggles.
Again, I don't know why either, guys. I don't know what's the trend here.
You know what? If you want me to take them off, I can take them off.
No. I'm not judging. I'm just confused at your trend.
I thought I'd put some use to them because I can't really wear them because I don't like to go to the mountains and I don't like to go in snow.
Says the cold resistant man.
I like the cold, but come on now. You bring up 20 degrees? I ain't doing that. I like the cold, but not 20 degrees cold. Not 30 degrees cold. You go out there and you go try. I know what it's like to be freezing my ass off.
I haven't been to the snow in a while, actually.
Yeah.
Anyways, moving on.
Anyways, My Hero Academia Season 7, Episode 3 review. We got big things in My Hero Academia. Big things. The manga, I think it's honestly, the manga's about to end, damn it. The manga's about to end. I'm afraid for that. And actually, because the chapter I read on officials, there will be a My Hero Academia manga chapter review tomorrow. Because finally, the final battle is concluded.
Finally, huh?
So my best guess is the manga's gonna have maybe 2, 3, maybe 5 more chapters and no more My Hero. Which only tells me this. Maybe Season 7 deep down is the final season. Maybe it is. Maybe they can actually just be like one big season. Now, the season, before we get into episode content, it's only for 24 or 25 episodes. Now, unless Season 8 is going to be like a shortened season, like 13 episodes. But honestly, if we live off on some sort of weird cliffhanger during this battle, next battle, I'll be shocked. But at that point, you might as well just say, here's the final few episodes. It's still going to be considered Season 7 of MHA. I don't know. But the manga legitimately is ending, so if you're a manga fan, My Hero Academia will be ending in a few chapters, and I will be crying at the series that, thanks to my friend over here, he got me into.
Yeah.
But when that time comes, that time will come. That will probably be tomorrow. But My Hero Academia manga probably got 3, 4, 5 chapters left, and then you can kiss the story goodbye. Horikoshi can go focus on his health finally. Thank you. And I guess I'll be expecting whatever the next plan or work he's got coming up. God damn it, man! All these fucking series are ending. All these damn series are ending, man. Shonen Jump, I don't know what they're going to do. My Hero Academia is going to be gone. Black Clover is in its final arc, even though it's not a part of Shonen Jump anymore.
That's kind of weird. That's no longer a part of Shonen Jump.
It's for Tabata's health.
Yeah, I know. It's just kind of weird. So it's no longer going to be considered a shonen anime.
It's still a shonen anime. It's in a different shonen magazine. It's just the weekly thing it's just too much for some of these authors. So he moved to a publishing company that makes him upload chapters in like 3 months. Now, well, I don't want to get into make this a manga video or anything, but you can still read the Black Clover manga chapters that even just now come out on the Shonen Jump app. I just found that out like a week ago.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I don't know where JJK is at. I know Demon Slayer been done. Attack on Titan's been done. Dragon Ball Super, well, it's on hiatus because they're trying to figure out what to do next after the sadly tragic passing of Toriyama. One Piece is in its final saga. So geez Louise, when One Piece stops publishing, that's going to be a massive hit to Shonen Jump. That was their cash cow right there. It's going to be very interesting to see, once One Piece ends, what is Shonen Jump going to do after One Piece ends for good? Because that's literally their major cash cow on the manga side. So a lot of interesting stuff on the manga side for some of these series, man. Very much interesting stuff. With all these series ending or in their final arcs or their final sagas, and then obviously hiatuses, things like that. You have to wonder, what's going to be the next big hit? The next big hit that not only is a manga thing, but ends up becoming a big hit in the anime thing.
Well, not that I know much about the what's going on in the mangas, but you did say that things in Black Clover are getting really crazy. So I wonder if it's going to be like still growing and growing.
Yeah, I don't know how long Black Clover's got till it runs, but we'll see. Anyways, that's enough of the manga talk. Maybe this will have to be a discussion for some video on another time, another day. Well, I'll probably do that sometime. Anyways, My Hero Academia, Season 7, Episode 3. I said last week, we're getting the traitor reveal. This week, we get the traitor reveal. The traitor reveal was absolutely done amazing. Absolutely done amazing. Now, the funny part is, people were actually thinking, now at the time, when I'm reading the manga, people had a feeling that the traitor was, let's just get out the way, Ayama. But you had your multiple, people that you thought. Some people even thought Invisible Girl, Hagakure, was the potential to the traitor. And they kind of tease you at the start of the episode when she's all by herself on the wall, after All For One's talking about, I got these friends. And it's like, oh shit, is Hagakure the traitor? But then they reveal it's Ayama the traitor.
They really had me going when I thought Invisible Girl was the traitor until she saw Aoyama right there. Like, oh no.
Yes. Now, obviously, I can't really say it. I'll turn it over to my friend over here to give his just initial reactions and initial thoughts. But when I read the manga and they showed Ayama as the traitor, as much as I could say I saw it coming, I was still relatively shocked. I was like, oh fuck. And I think the point is, I was shocked that it was actually a UA student. On top of it, it was a UA student in the same class as Deku. I think that's just what caught me off guard, because it's like, okay, if they're gonna go a UA traitor, I could see it being maybe a facility teacher or something like that, or maybe another student from another class that maybe we just ain't seen before, or well, we seen before, but this character had a minor role that, all right, it would create a shock factor, like, oh hell. But the fact that it was actually his own teammate or his own classmate, add to the fact.
I'll be right back. Hang on.
Okay. Anyways, as I was saying, the one part, I believe it was season 5? Correct me if I'm wrong. The moment where we saw Ayama hanging out of Deku's room looking all suspicious. And then the cheese blocks and everything.
I think it was season 5.
That was suspicious well enough of itself, because the man was literally watching Deku sleeping. So, there were the hints. Right then and there. But even then, it was still shocking to me that it was done in this fashion, done in this way. And also at the same time, too, we do get a semi-face reveal of what Hagakure looks like.
Yeah. Oh, she's so cute.
So, yes. Unless there's anything you want to add on about your initial reactions when the build up to the scene was happening.
I'm just as Invisible Girl was like just in the corner and she sees Aoyama right there, like, and then I saw him with his parents saying I'm sorry, and they're saying like I'm sorry and stuff, like we did it for you and stuff, and I'm like, don't tell me.
And then they were like, Yuji.
Yeah, you can. If I had a face cam, or if I was like recording my reaction to this, you would see my soul leave my body. Like, you guys want a nectarine?
So yes, the traitor reveal has happened. Now let's get into the buildup of the traitor. So first we start off with Shigaraki still on the ground convulsing because he's in pain. All for One's like, it's all right, my other self. Now here's the good question: why did not any one of the League of members not say like other self? I'm like, that's Shigaraki, that ain't you. That's another question. Anyways, he's talking about like it's all right, just rest up and everything. Now Toya, aka Dobby, whatever you want to call him, what is it? He tells All for One, he's like, look, dude, are we gonna fight or what? Because I can't wait anymore. I want to go. I can't stand my damn father flying all over the place, and I want to burn his ass up now. He's impatient, He revealed himself. He did his Dobby's little dance. He's ready to frickin' kill his father after everything his father did to him.
And of course, All for One is like, you are just like me, but at the same time you're not, because you don't have many friends.
And plus, he says like, you got to be patient. This man literally is like, you see, I got backup plans for backup plans for backup plans.
What is up with these villains being Aizen? Like what? Like, oh my goodness.
I wouldn't say Aizen. I would say man thinking he Doctor Strange from Avengers Infinity War with all those alternate possibilities how they could beat Thanos. But yes, he does make the mention about the friends. He's like, well, I got friends even in the tiniest of places. That then shows a scene of Hagakure, and it's like, oh, is Hagakure the traitor? She was the traitor all along? Yeah, we'll get to that. We see Class 1A, they're training together because they're training to get stronger and things like that and prepare for this eventual war. You have them doing what they got to do. You see a lot of combination tag team moves and things like that. Pretty cool. You had freaking Kirishima taking on 3 attacks at one time. Kaminari charging up batteries that Momo made. And then you got Deku versus Bakugo. We find some interesting things about his cluster ability. He's wearing his winter outfit because it helps him produce more sweat and everything. And he did the thing that Endeavor taught him from the training arc in season 5. It catches Deku by surprise. He has the freaking blown up afro looking head again. So even
in the darkest times, there's still comedy.
Yes, I do appreciate the fact that even in this serious, very dark arc, they do try to find ways, and I think that's just straight up Horikoshi. He does try to find some ways to lighten up the mood and make things feel better. Now we do find an interesting thing, the fact that even though Bakugo's doing this, and it obviously helps him produce more sweat beads and everything. When he does wear his winter outfit, he does say like it does make me run out of stamina a lot faster than if I'm wearing my regular outfit. So maybe that's something to look out for. I don't know.
Or maybe this training will help him like increase like his stamina. This kind of training will help him, become more durable. Or
okay, that's nothing wrong with that. Anyways, Class 1A kind of huddles up. They kind of talk about this whole situation with All For One and trying to find him and things like that. I think Bakugo makes the mention like, well, the freaking nuthead bastard can't freaking he's hiding all over these places, and wherever we try to find him, that's the thing. I did find this funny because Mom was like, I don't want to think about nuts right now. If you get what I mean,
Yeah.
Momo, keep her pure.
Yeah. Momo and Todoroki are like the purest ones there, alongside Deku and Ochako.
Yeah. Also, Momo still looks like a snap with her hair down.
Okay, man.
Preferably, I still like her. I still like the somewhat similar to Kale. I don't even know the hairdo for girls that they had the big bang in front of their face. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get what you're saying, but yeah,
I don't know what you call that hairstyle. Somebody needs to come up. What is that hairstyle design called? It needs to be more frequent, especially in anime games.
Mm-hmm.
My God. Anyways, they're talking about a bunch of other stuff, but Deku, he comes in and he's like, well, you see, here's the thing. I gotta be the one to learn. And frickin', crap, who was it? Ida's like, no.
You mean we?
We. I was like, see, if that was me, I'd be like, motherfucker, I'm the one with the superpower that he wants. It's gonna be me. Because Bakugo was talking about the fact that All For One has Ragdoll's search quirk and everything, and it's kind of the thing. But anyways, again, it shows the collectiveness of the fact that 1A is gonna be like, nah, you ain't doing this shit alone. We helping you. Even though it will probably kill you guys, and we're going up against an enemy that has multiple quirks, even though we gotta protect the guy that has multiple quirks, and yada yada yada.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, Deku asks, hey, can I like walk out now and everything? And basically Ida's like, yeah, sure. With Ochako's speech, you should be able to walk around willy-nilly and things like that. Which then leads us into the traitor reveal scene. So we have it to where, like my friend over here said, Hagakure is watching in the distance. You see these three silhouettes. Now you hear a woman and a man start talking like, listen, I'm sorry that we have to do this again, but listen, we need you to do this again. We need to do this for All For One's sake. Everything messed up after the Camino Ward incident from season 3, after All Might beat All For One, and then it's just revealed right then and there because they're like, come on, we need you to do it, Yuji! And you just see Ayama's face in absolute freaking tears. And oh my God. I gotta give credit to the animators where credit due. I know everybody loves the shit on the My Hero Academia anime because the blue skies are... The animation's not good. It's all static. They don't do much of moving. This scene was done so damn good in the anime. So damn good. Shit, I think this even elevates the manga scene even better.
Mm-hmm.
Because obviously the manga, you're just reading the panels. You don't get this emotion. And props to the voice actors. Freaking Ayama's mom, dad, and even Ayama himself, the actor. Props. They killed the scene. That's what I'm talking about. Now, obviously, when I go watch the dub, I'm gonna have no biases or no indifference, but I hope the scene is still as emotional, still as heart-wrenching, still gut-punching as the much. But obviously, you're gonna have your dub haters when they clip this scene. They're like, oh, look how poorly the English dub for My Hero Academia handled this situation. Because, you know, everybody likes to be a dub hater and always be a sub-elitist because fuck the dub. Only where it's at is the English subtitle version. The Japanese people, let's just admit, both people do good in their own damn ways.
Mm-hmm.
Because I already know this is going to be the scene clipped that people are going to put on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, and say, look at how poorly the English dub of My Hero Academia handled the traitor reveal. Look how shitty the voice actors sound. Completely discrediting the voice actors' job in terms of doing something. Because guess what? It's not what they like to hear. Again, those voice actors, guess what? They work their asses off to get to where they're at, while you're probably at home on your couch watching their fucking anime. So again, let's not discredit the dubs. Yes, not all English dubs are perfect, but they ain't all that bad, if not terrible like people come out to be. I already know. I know. It's coming. So expect it. And I think the first episode of actual season 7 for the English dub dropped today, which I will be watching. And then I won't watch till the entire season finishes, because I like to binge my anime. Anyways, you get this whole emotional reveal and everything is just absolutely crazy. They're talking about like, you got to do this for us, UG. You got to get us more information because we can't potentially die to All for One and everything. They're stuck. What is the backstory? How did Yuji's parents, Ayama's parents, get involved with a guy like All for One?
So apparently Aoyama was born quirkless. So yeah, and they were like giving him the mentality like Aoyama is afraid to be different from the rest, and you know, he wants to fit in with everybody, and they somehow like got involved for the first time with All for One, and All for One gave him his quirk. And I guess the trade-off is that they have to like follow his orders or else they'll die.
Essentially. And yeah. And I bet, see, now they don't go in depth if he was like getting bullied, like Deku was getting bullied for being quirkless. You would have to imagine maybe he was potentially getting bullied. If not, maybe he just felt like an outcast, like all these other kids have powers and I got no powers. Which goes to show you, like, in this world, like, how do teachers not do their fucking jobs to, like, tell these kids, listen, just because this kid doesn't have a quirk doesn't make him any different than you guys. So, and I kind of wish they kind of touched upon that a little bit more in this series. I'm not gonna lie. Like, obviously, with the way this time period takes, there's more quirks than more quirkless people. But I would have loved an arc where they focus on the fact, like, okay, there are these quirkless people that get ostracized by people with quirks, and they get thrown out to the side like they're garbage and they get made fun of. Like, that would have been a very good arc, especially for like a Deku arc, you know, to focus on. But maybe that's just wasn't one of the ideas Horikoshi potentially could have had, but he couldn't do it because, well, obviously Shonen Jump rushes him to do all this stuff. Anyways, you know, it's wild to think that it's crazy. Ayama was quirkless. I know when I read that in the manga, I was like, this dude was quirkless? I'm like, what the frick?
Leading me to believe that being quirkless is a little more common than we realize.
Maybe. But again, they did say like there's only like 5% of the world that is quirkless. So that's still a pretty small number.
Yeah, but even so, it also still leads me to believe that in the future, if there is a quirkless, you know, if there's like another quirkless being like with the spirit of a hero, I feel like Deku might not be the last all for one for all user in the future. Once he becomes the #1 hero.
potential.
Potential. It's just a thought, guys. Don't think too much of it.
So that's kind of the thing that happens right then and there. Now, this is all revealed. Deku ends up walking in on this, and he's like, Ayama-kun? He's like, is this true? You were the traitor all along? And you just have it to where Ayama just sees Deku, and he just breaks down. He just breaks down because now one of his closest friends knows what he'd been doing this entire time. And basically kind of the thing of like feeding all this information to All For One and stuff like that. Like, and then also you kind of feel for Ayama too in this situation. In a weird way, it's morally kind of the parents being told by All For One, I need your son to do this. Because in this whole scene, you have the parents basically begging Ayama, we need you to do this. We need you to do this so you can save our lives, essentially, right? So Ayama, in a weird way, he's kind of a victim. Well, his whole family is a victim, but you get my point.
Yeah.
You know, he's emotional because he doesn't want to do these things because maybe at first, when he first got to the class, and damn it, this is probably gonna be like 2-part videos, damn it. Because we're running out of time on Zoom. You look at Ayama, and maybe at first when he got to class 1A, he didn't really care for all the classmates, maybe. He didn't care, probably. So maybe he was fine with doing what he had to do. Leak these informations out and stuff like that. Like, maybe he had no issue of leaking out the information for the USJ attack from season 1. But as he started to grow comfortable with the other classmates and get to know them better on a personal level, he started to become friends with these guys. He started to become friends with all of them. And you can understand why it probably breaks his heart to continue to backstab his friends and put their lives in jeopardy and maybe get them killed because, oh, I gotta do this to protect my family, otherwise this big bad villain is gonna kill my parents. If not me. So he's stuck at a crossroad, and that when he gave that face where he's like, I truly am a horrifying villain. Should that be the thumbnail of this video? Should that be the thumbnail?
Yeah, just go with that. Just go with that.
It's gonna be the thumbnail. I don't care. I don't care about fucking people saying, oh, spoiler thumbnail right here. I don't give a shit anymore. It's been out for a long time. The anime finally did it, so the gloves are coming off. I was thinking about showing Hagakure, but now actually I like that photo better. I did get that photo too. So that will be the thumbnail. But that face was horrifying. I was like, oh my god, he's calling himself a fucking villain. In reality, even though he's technically not a villain, he just kind of sold out his friends, I guess you could say.
I misunderstood.
So he ends up trying to run away. Now Deku tries to follow him, and you have it to where he shoots his naval laser, but then who redirects the beam?
Hagakure, who can reflect light, basically.
Because she's invisible. I'm guessing. She brings up everything we just mentioned, essentially, and she's pretty emotional about this. And at this point, we actually see her facial design and what she looks like. Not the full body, because, well, 1, she's naked. 2, we just see the face. Like a nice light refraction in the face. So could this be an evolution of her quirk for her to eventually turn visible?
I'd say it's possible. Although I feel like she'll only become like slightly visible by reflecting the light.
No. Yeah. It looks like she's got greenish pinkish hair. Big green eyes. And she's got some long hair too. Now, I've seen what she really, really looks like. Full on design if she wasn't invisible, because they've shown that. I'm not going to post that image on here because, well, 1, it's very inappropriate.
And 2, people are for some reason still enraged by it.
Oh, you know what image I'm talking about?
Yes.
Yeah. Which, it's to your interpretation, what you want to believe. You know, obviously it is what it is. But anyways, Deku ends up catching Ayama and his parents with Black Whip. He pins them down, and he's basically like, Ayama, just stop. Don't try to run away anymore. And obviously Deku's crying through all this situation. He's emotional because this dude is his friend. He didn't have to do this. He didn't want to do this, but he got to. So anyways, we get to the scene where eventually they're all locked up, and basically that's when they kind of explain everything that they've done about leaking out the information about the USJ attack, the camp stuff, and all the other stuff that happened. And they're talking about the fact, like, you know, we thought we were free after the Camino Ward incident, but nope. After All for One got out, we kind of got back under his clutches and things like that. And it's just kind of a sad state. And and we also do find out, like, also too, Ayama he came from a rich place. He came from a rich household, you know. Now, I will say this. I appreciate his parents because, you know, usually when we have these anime stories where these kids come from a rich background, the parents are pretty snobby. The one thing is the parents were actually caring about their son, and they wanted their son to feel special. The only problem is they ran into the wrong guy that, well, you know, gave him the quirk.
Yeah. He wasn't as lucky as Deku was when he ran into All Might.
Yeah. Otherwise, it would have been Ayama that would have been potentially a one for all user, you know. But anyways, you know, you kind of have it. The police force are like, well, no, as much as it sucks with what happened to you guys, we gotta lock you all up. Now, Deku kind of is like, he kind of has a thing. Also, all the Class 1A are there, and they are very shocked about this. And they're like, but why, Ayama? Why? Now, Deku ends up speaking up, and he's just like, come on, Ayama. I know deep down, you know, you wouldn't do this out of hatred because you don't like us or anything. He talks about all the signs and everything. He brings up the fact, like, listen, you said you did all this stuff. You call yourself a villain. But then if you say you're all that, then why did you protect Todoroki and Bakugo at the camp? Why did you do all that? Why did you leave that message and cheese for me? Was it because you wanted to give me a hint? Or no, it's because deep down, you still want to be a hero. So Deku trying to do the heroic thing and try to stick up for him. And he's like, listen, man, take my hand and you can still become a hero. Now Tsukauchi's like, whoa, 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 whoa. As much as cute and nice that sounds, we can't do this. These guys are criminals. They actively put your guys' lives in danger.
Not only that, he's trying to prevent what happened to Lady Nagant to happen to him.
Yes, I forgot to mention, in Deku's speech, he made a mention of the fact, like, I knew a hero that did this villainous things and was, you know, manipulated by All for One, but deep down, she still had the heart of a hero. And Tsukauchi, like my friend mentioned, he's like, listen, dude, this ain't another Lady Nagant situation. We don't even know if this guy will, like, if he turns on All for One, he could potentially blow up. That's like Lady Nagant, which puts, damn, that means it would blow up UA.
Yeah. Do we ever see Lady Nagant again after that, or that's just a one-time thing?
I don't want to spoil anything.
Okay, just making sure.
All I can say is she's in the hospital recovering. So yes. Anyways, we'll end off this episode review because we're running out of time, and we'll finish it up and then things like that. So I hope you're all happy. You're getting damn near almost an hour-long video.
Yeah. That's definitely more than I can offer on my channel.
Yeah. All right. All right, back. Yes, we were talking about the whole thing, how he could potentially blow up like Lady Nagant, which would be like some massive casualties right there.
Yep.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing right then and there. Now, what is the one interesting thing that they're going to use Ayama to help them get an advantage in this upcoming war?
I didn't really get all the details, but the how are they gonna do it again?
They're basically going to use the connection they have with All for One to try to lure him into a trap, more than likely, to help better themselves prepare for the war. Basically saying like, oh, they can feed him information, All for One information, saying like, oh, the heroes, and say like, yeah, the heroes are actually preparing and everything, so you might want to catch them right then and there. Or you can come with the fact like, okay, we have a design location of where we want to fight. They can have Ayama's family leak that information. The villains can be there acting like as if, oh, we'll be ready. But in reality, it'll be the heroes that'll be more prepared than the villains this time. So it seems like they're going to use this connection to serve their own ulterior goals. Now, they lock out Ayama, or they take away Ayama and his family away, and that's basically how the episode ends.
Yep. Goodness knows what's gonna happen next now. Well, you already know what happens next, but I don't know.
Yeah, next week mostly is gonna be more like dialogue focused on terms of what the plan is going to be. So yeah. Listen, this was a great ass episode of My Hero Academia.
Really good reveal.
Honestly, looking back at it now, like, to be honest, I think this really honestly, this might be better than how the manga did it. This might be better than the manga. They added some scenes that in the original manga they didn't have. Like, they didn't go in depth with the revealing of the fact that they showed Ayama's parents realizing that he was quirkless. They added some extra scenes in the sparring stuff. Oh, I forgot to mention, Todoroki's also training. Like, he's training his half hot side and his half cold side to be able to
use them at the same time?
Basically, and take on Dabi's flames. Because we know blue flames are hot and Dabi's flames are extremely hot. So that's kind of the thing right then and there. The Hagakure, I just looked at an image of Hagakure's first reveal in the manga. They handle it so much better in the anime. They handle it so much better in the anime than they did in the manga. Honestly, if I gotta say this is a 10 out of 10 episode from Studio Bones. 10 out of 10 episodes from Studio Bones. And I know everybody likes to hate on Studio Bones because people feel like Studio Bones does not put a lot of time and effort into MHA like their other products or projects that they got going on. But Studio Bones has effing killed it for season 7. Killed it. Last week with Lady Nagan, Star and Stripe. This week with the Ayama Traitor reveal. They're just cooking flames. Cooking flames. And this is only the cusp of what I'm going to get. And I know this final battle arc thing or whatever is very controversial. There will be controversial moments. I'm just going to let that known for anime only people. There will be controversial moments where you may like it, or you might not like it, or if anything, you might hate it. I'm just going to be honest. And I know there are moments, if not one big moment, that it can put the community up in arms based on how they'll do it. Now the question is, if Studio Bones can elevate this arc, because I don't care. Now that I saw what happened in the climax of what happened with the manga this past week or this week, I still will take the first war arc as the best arc of My Hero Academia. That's like the best arc of the series. But if the anime can elevate this arc, which is a very controversial arc in terms of how they end the fights and things like that, you got anime onlys will see, my co-host will see. If Studio Bones can elevate that and make this arc maybe a top 3 arc of My Hero just off the anime adaptation alone, well, that might put it in a better light, and it might make the ending of MHA feel slightly better than what some people think. I do have my issues. with this final arc, this final second war arc for Japan. When those episodes come, I will voice my opinions. But so far, Studio Bones, you cannot lie. In the 3 episodes we've gotten, they have significantly elevated anything from the manga version of MHA starting off with the Star and Stripe content 10 out of 10 times. That's just my honest opinion. My honest opinion. Obviously, my friend can't vouch because he didn't read the manga, so he can't really say much of anything. But obviously, I know he's enjoying the content he's getting. This is 2 weeks in a row your jaw has been dropped.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so, yeah, I'm just happy. I'm happy. I've always said My Hero Academia has been good. You always have your My Hero Academia haters saying like, oh, it's never been good. It's been mid. It's been trash. But honestly, My Hero Academia, I don't give a crap. Out of all the current animes that are out, My Hero Academia has the same pull in the United States, shit, even worldwide to an extent, as Dragon Ball does. I just got done watching a video talking about the manga. This one guy, Chibi Reviews, talking about the manga My Hero. He said My Hero Academia, it's literally this generation's probably version of Dragon Ball, with how popular people like to talk about it. Now, that's obviously up for debate, but you can't lie. My Hero Academia is damn near a global thing.
Yep.
They got movies.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's the next big thing after One Piece.
Well, My Hero Academia is ending, so it won't be the next big thing after One Piece because One Piece was still going on. So, yeah. Anyways, any other final thoughts?
No, that's it.
No. I'm gonna go so I can watch Kaiju number 8, review that, and then hopefully catch up with One Piece, review those episodes, then watch Sandland, and then review those episodes. And I don't know if we'll get any Outlast Trials into there. Anyways. Great My Hero Academia episode. The facial expressions. Oh my god. Oh my god. They're horrifying. They're horrifying. When he's grabbing his face, he's like, oh.
I'm a villain.
Alright. Catch you guys in the next video. Till then, guys. Peace.
Yeah.